All right, so we have a front door and we're gonna be doing some staining on it. And as you can tell, I am already in the midst of doing the wood conditioner. Okay, so I have a little recipe that I use, that I've been taught over the years to use for exterior wood conditioning. And the conditioner is basically a it helps the wood absorb in a more uniform way. It doesn't guarantee that it's gonna take the stain evenly. For that, then you use paint, right? But when you want to see the wood grain, the wood conditioner will basically absorb up to a certain depth in the wood, and that allows the stain. It actually helps so the stain penetrates to a certain depth, and then it avoids blotchiness. But even within the wood grain, as you can tell here, you can see some of the wood already has a different pattern, right? And it'll take the stain differently here and there. So we're just doing the conditioning now, and before the conditioner dries, we have to do the staining. Okay, some people like to wait 8 hours for the conditioner to dry, and you can do that too, but it comes out a little bit better if you don't let it dry, and you do the stain within an hour or two. And that's what I'm doing right now. I will show you once we have the staining done and clear coated. I'll show you what this looks like at the end. All right, so we had the door with the stain, and you can see from here, you can see the unstained piece with the stained piece here, and then you can see the stain on it, right? And you can see how we're taking it off right here. This panel, this panel has not been cleaned. This one has, right? And so you want to take all the stain off, and you have, depending on which stain you use, you have about 2-3 minutes to work with this. If it's liquid stain, it'll honestly penetrate. Even if you leave it on for 15 minutes, it doesn't make a difference. Gel stain, however, very different. Put it on for 5 minutes, it gets dark. If you leave it on for 15 or more, it'll darken up even more. So right here, you can kind of see how I'm wiping it off. And you have to do circular motion when you take it off, because then it gets into all the wood grain, right? You're pushing the stain into it. Even though you already did it with the brush when you applied it, you take it off. You have to do circular motion. It's just for a better finish. And then you don't see the marks from the rag. You see no rag marks or brush marks, but the true grain of the wood. Okay, so once you do the staining, you leave it on for 5-10 minutes. The darker you want, the longer you leave it on, or you can do multiple coats. You have to let it dry in between coats, about 8 hours minimum, or you leave it on for longer, and then you do nowadays you can use a water base clear. I like to use oil base. It just doesn't fail. It does yellow over time, but I guess that's just what it is. So okay, and then I'll show a video once we are done with this. Okay, so this is the finished product after stain and 2 coats of the clear. And on this door we did the 2-tone, so just clear on the outside, on the inside, and we did a mahogany on the exterior. And this is the beauty of wood. Now, we had the lighting be an issue here, a little bit of an issue, but it really has to do with the angle that you look at the wood. So if I go up, you can tell that the bottom section gets darker, but it has nothing to do other than with the angle you're looking at it. Okay, but that's the beauty of wood. Every piece, even my shadow, will make the wood look darker. Okay, but that's the beauty of wood. It shows all of the grain, and it kind of reflects light differently on some sections than others. But this is the final product, and you condition it, you stain it, and then you top coat it. Very, very easy. It looks very elegant. And for this one we use a satin finish, so it's not too flashy, and you can kind of see the light reflecting off of it, so it doesn't look too fake or plasticky per se. And there it is. On this particular door we didn't spray the finish. We went ahead and did the roller and brush, and it looks great. Hopefully this probably gives you an idea of what you want to do with your project. You can pretty much do this on any wood. Stain it, condition it, stain it, top coat it. Different woods behave differently. Some take stain a little bit different than others, but at the end of the day, if you want to see the wood grain, then you can't go wrong with this. If you don't want to see any wood grain, then you obviously go ahead and paint it solid color, and it kind of comes down to everybody's choice.